thank you very much. We have some of our great senators, and as you know, we're discussing various things, including the S-400. We're discussing trade and lots of other matters. And we're having a very good discussion, and I thought bringing over some of our Republican senators that are very much well-versed in what's going on in Turkey to meet President Erdogan would be good. So we're having a very strong discussion on different things, including the safe zone and the border, the oil, and again, trade is a very big factor because we think we can get the trade up to about $100 billion, and it's much lower than that right now. So we're going to have a meeting for a little while, and then we're doing a conference, making a statement, and I think we've had a very successful meeting.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımızın şu anda güvenli bölgesi petrol ve ticaret hacmi oluşturduğu 100 milyar dolarlık konusunda konuştuk. Biraz sonra bir toplantı yapacağız ve bu arada senatörlerle de görüşüp Türkiye hakkında bir fikir tartışma bulacaksınız. Daha sonra ise bir basın toplantısı olacak, kısa bir basın toplantısı.
Bize özellikle değerli dostum Sayın Trump'la bugün daha kapsamlı ve heyetler arası çok verimli bir toplantıyı gerçekleştirdik.
With my dear friend President Trump, we first had a tete-a-tete meeting with a very active participation, and then during lunch our delegations have met, and now all the discussions were quite comprehensive.
Tabii siyasi noktada stratejik ortağımız Amerika Birleşik Devletleri ile ikili ilişkilerimizi de şöyle en güzel şekilde ele alma fırsatını bulduk.
And as far as the political dimension goes, we've had the opportunity to focus on our strategic partnership with President Trump.
$100 milyar bir hedefe kilitlenmiş durumdayız.
And we've also set our eyes in order to accomplish the target of $100 billion of a trade volume.
Tabii bu noktada NATO'daki stratejik ortaklığımız tartışılmaz.
And of course our indisputable partnership under the auspices of the NATO is still there.
Malum 3-4 Aralık tarihlerinde Londra'da bir liderler zirvesi gerçekleştireceğiz.
And as you are probably aware, between December 3rd and 4th, we will be gathering for the Leaders Summit of the NATO in London.
NATO'da malum Türkiye'de ilk 5'in içerisinde edimlerini yerine getiren ülke.
And Turkey is among the top 5 contributors of the NATO.
Bu noktada Amerika'da durumumuz tartışılmaz.
And of course our position with the United States and under the roof of NATO is quite different. It's indisputable.
Londra zirvesi çok hareketli olacak.
And I believe the London summit is going to be quite busy.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to have a big meeting on NATO very soon. I think the president, I think I can say this because other people know it, and many other people feel the same way. They were very disappointed, and he was very disappointed in the statement made by France having to do with commitment and NATO. That was a big statement that was made a couple of days ago by France. So I think that bothered the president very much, and I don't think he was very happy about it. And a lot of other people feel that way too.
Bu arada NATO konusunda bir toplantı yapacağız. Sayın Cumhurbaşkanı Fransa'nın yapmış olduğu bir açıklamanın büyük hayal kırıklığına oluşturduğunu kendisi ve bu konudaki bu özellikle taahhüt konusunda yapılan bir anlaşma, bu açıklama konusunda Sayın Cumhurbaşkanı çok rahatsız oldu.
Yes. Kabul edilebilir bir şey değil.
It's unacceptable.
See, that's a nice way of saying it. Do you guys have any questions? Lindsay, you want to start off? Do you have any questions? You know the president.
I've never had an opportunity like this before. I appreciate it. The purpose of this meeting is to have an American civics lesson for our friends in Turkey. And there's a pony in there somewhere if we can find it.
And I think we will. Jim?
First of all, regarding the remarks of President Macron, we would hope he would rethink those comments. I think that they were ill-advised at the time made, and we would certainly hope that he would rethink those. Today we're going to have a discussion about common interests that we have and also some disagreements that we have, see if we can find some common ground where we can get these resolved. And we're obviously NATO is the strongest and most successful alliance amongst the military powers in the history of the world. We want to keep it that way.
Thank you very much. Rick?
First, I want to thank you, Mr. President, for putting this meeting together. I think all of us want to figure out how we build a better relationship with Turkey. We know that there's issues that we're dealing with right now, but the goal, my goal here, and I think all of our goal here is at the end of this meeting, we're in a better position, where we're better allies, where we understand exactly what's going to happen with the S-400. So it's not, Turkey's heading in the direction of the United States, not heading in the direction of Russia.
Right. Very good. Good. Joni?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, President Erdoğan, for joining us today. As previously stated, we do want to remain very strong allies in NATO. You are very important to us. So we want to bring you back into that fold. We want to discuss the S-400. I want to say thank you very much for taking in the Syrian refugees that you have. It is very important to us. And then as well, we also want to talk about some of us that have been aligned with the Kurds as well, and how we can work with you through that issue. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. President, welcome. Mr. President, thank you for hosting us.
Thank you.
We're glad you are here. Turkey and the United States are friends, are allies. We have many shared strategic interests, and we look forward to continuing that friendship and alliance. At the same time, we have concerns, and I would say the two principal concerns that are in Congress, you've heard both of them referenced, are number one, the S-400 Russian system, which is incompatible with the F-35, and we very much hope Turkey changes the path it's on and does not employ the S-400. And number two, the Kurds. The Kurds have risked a lot to stand with America, to fight against our shared enemies, and there is very real concern that we do not want to see Turkey engage in offensive action against the Kurds. If we can resolve those two issues, I think there is the opportunity for enormous trade, enormous strategic cooperation, but those two issues are real and significant.
Özellikle tabii burada bir şey birbirinden ayırmamız lazım.
First of all, we have to make a distinction here.
Kürtler ve teröristler.
The Kurds and the terrorists.
Kürtler benim aynı zamanda vatandaşım.
Kurds are at the same time my citizens.
Dünyada en çok Kürt'ün yaşadığı yer benim ülkemdir.
And my country happens to be the country where the largest Kurdish ethnicities live.
Şu anda parlamentoda partimin 50 kadar Kürt milletvekili var.
And currently in my parliament, my political party has 50 MPs of Kurdish descendants.
Diğerlerinde böyle bir şey yok.
And the other political parties lack that.
Ve etnik olarak da özellikle Güneydoğu ve Doğu Anadolu bölgesinde ciddi manada siyasi parti yapılanmasını en geniş anlamda yapan benim partim.
And especially in the southeastern and eastern Anatolian regions of Turkey, my political party have the greatest political network ever.
O bölgelere yaptığım yatırımları ancak yerinde görebilirseniz anlayabilirsiniz.
And you can only appreciate the scale of the investments that we had conducted were you to visit them in situ.
Ve Sayın Obama döneminde Kobani'den ülkeme iltica eden Kürtlerin sayısı 350 bindir.
And when President Obama was still in the office, the number of the Kurdish refugees coming from Kobani to Turkey reached 350,000.
Bunları kimse kabul etmezken biz kabul ettik.
When nobody was accepting these refugees, we did.
Ve onların giyimi, yedirmesi, içirmesi, sağlığı, eğitim durumları hepsi bize ait.
And it all depends on us, their healthcare, their education, anything and any service that you may think.
Kimsenin bunlara ekonomik herhangi bir desteği söz konusu değil.
And no one else supported them financially or economically.
Fakat sizin Kürt diye zikrettiğiniz herhalde PYD, YPG.
But I assume the ones that you're referring to as Kurds are either PYD or YPG.
Bunlar terör örgütü.
These are terrorist organizations.
Ve bunlar PKK'nın yan kuruluşlarıdır.
And they are the offshoots of the PKK.
Ben sizlere bazı belgeleri özellikle vermek istiyorum.
And I would like to submit to your party some documents specifically.
APO denilen bölücü terör örgütü başının bu mesela Ferhat Abdişahin aslında manevi evladıdır.
Well, Ferhat Abdişahin happens to be almost like a stepson to the previous leader of the PKK, Abdullah Öcalan.
Bunları özellikle tabii bilmekte fayda var.
And this is the information that one needs to know especially.
benim Sayın Başkan'ın ifade ettiği ki Sayın Obama döneminde de ben bunu ifade etmiştim. Güvenli bölgeyi bizim yapmamız lazım.
And when we were discussing with President Trump, I reiterated the same fact as I did with President Obama when he was in the office. We need to establish this safe zone.
Uluslararası bir donörler toplantısıyla Suriye'nin kuzeyinde şu anda 444 kilometre uzunluk ve 32 kilometre Sayın Başkan'ın 20 mil diye ifade ettiği o bölgeyi güvenli bölge olarak ifade edebiliriz.
And in the northern part of Syria, for the establishment of a safe zone with a length of 44 kilometers and with a depth of 32 kilometers, we can establish the safe zone, maybe with the participation of the international donors, and maybe we can launch an appeal for an international donors conference to be held.
Biz planları yaptık,
We have drafted the plans,
projeleri hazırladık.
and we have prepared the projects.
Ve burada adımı atarsak 6 ay ile 2 yıl arasında burada konutlarıyla her şeyle bu güvenli bölgeye 1 milyon mülteciyi yerleştirebiliriz.
And if we were to start taking these steps forward in order to realize these projects, between 6 months to 2 years, we can repatriate about 1 million refugees there in this
1
safe zone.
milyon da Rakka, Deir Zor bu bölgeye yerleştirebiliriz.
And we can repatriate 1 million refugees in cities such as Raqqa and Deir ez-Zor.
Şu anda bizde olan 4 milyon mültecinin 3 milyon 650 bini Arap,
3,650,000 of the 4 million refugees that we currently have in Turkey are of Arab descendants.
Keldani,
And we have Christian minorities known as Kaldani
Hristiyan,
and Yazidi. They are Christians.
350 bini de Kürt.
And we have about 350,000 Kurdish descendants.
Toplamda 4 milyon.
A total of 4 million refugees.
Ve bizim şu ana kadar yaptığımız yatırım 40 milyar dolardır.
And until so far we have invested more than $40 billion.
Avrupa'dan bize gelen ise bütün bu süreç içerisinde maalesef sadece 3 milyar avrodur.
And until so far we have only received 3 billion euros from European
O
Union.
da bizim milli bütçemize değil, STK'lar vasıtasıyla Kızılay ve ABD'dir.
But those funds were not directly allocated into our national budget. These funds were used through the Turkish Disaster Relief Agency and the Turkish Red Crescent with the international NGOs.
We have 4 million refugees right now in Turkey. And Turkey's been paying the cost for these. And frankly, Europe should step up because Europe is being helped to a large extent. You have 4 million. If they were released, they would go throughout Europe. So hopefully Europe will step up. Okay. Thank you all very much.
How are you going to reconcile between the purchase of the S-400 versus your desire to sell F-35?
Well, that's what we're here for. We're talking about it with
What
our
are the
great
options?
senators.
What are the
I
alternatives?
think we have a lot of alternatives. We'll work something out. I project that we will work something out with Turkey. I think it'll work out fine. Okay? Thank you.